Edinburg, Texas on a bi-district softball night as the Edinburg Lady Bobcats are set to take on the San Benito Lady Hounds. They're introducing the two teams to the crowd on hand. A big crowd in purple and gold are up in the stands, and a huge crowd of red and blue are lined along the fence line. So it's a big crowd on hand. There will be a lot of noise made by these fans. And, of course, it's a one-game-and-done playoff scenario between Edinburg and San Benito. We thank you for joining us for the broadcast. I'm Joe Bowling with you. Live play-by-play coming your way here on a Friday night. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you set for the start of this one.
My brain, too much love drives a man insane. You brought my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. I did love cause I thought it was funny. You came along and moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. Kiss me, baby.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for zero money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas. Fans mark the calendar for May the 5th for exciting football action from Mercedes as Real Sports Live presents NFL flag football action in Turf Wars 2019. See the future stars from the area in tournament competition live on Real Sports Live from the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium, May the 5th. Coaches, sign your team up today and be a part of the show for just $75 a team. Sponsored in part by Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito. Register your team today or call 956-536-7185. Turf Wars, NFL flag football from Mercedes. Back here at Game Show, we thank you again for joining us as we have the Edinburg Lady Bobcats already out in the field and wrapping up their warm-ups. Meanwhile, the San Benito Lady Hounds and their lineup will look like this. They'll lead it off with April Garcia playing shortstop, followed by the number 2 hitter, Cody Cisneros, playing first base. Jordan Ramos will hit third. She'll be catching tonight, followed by Jalen Huerta at third base. She'll be hitting in the cleanup spot. Number 5 hitter tonight, Eliana Carrizales, plays in center field, followed by Caitlin Garza, the left fielder, hitting in the 6th spot. Sarah Garcia hits in the 7th, playing second base today. Steph Lopez, the DP, hits in the 8th spot, and Eliana Carrizales, the pitcher, on the mound, hits 9. It's Garcia, Cisneros, Ramos, Huerta, Hasso, Garza, Garcia, Lopez, and Carrizales on the mound for the Lady Hounds. On the mound is Cecilia Lopez for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats, and we thank you again for joining us here for our broadcast. This game brought to you in part by the city of San Benito, and we want to welcome you aboard. San Benito is one of our advertising sponsors, and remind fans that Hog Waddle 2019 is May the 18th in San Benito. I'll give you more details on that as the game progresses along. First pitch coming up as April Garcia stands in, leading things off for the Lady Hounds. As she steps into the batter's box, we are set to go. Game was scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. We're actually 2 minutes early. First pitch from Lopez is on the way, and that is a ball outside. Beautiful evening for softball here at Edinburg, and our thanks to the Edinburg School District for allowing us a spot to broadcast the game. Also, our thanks to the San Benito School District for allowing us to be here as well. Cody Cisneros on deck at the plate. Garcia, and she takes a strike called. Evens the count at 1-1 here in the top of this first inning for San Benito. Cecilia Lopez in the center circle today for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Behind the plate, Valerie Gallardo. Lopez is ready to go, spins the next one home to Garcia, took it low for ball 2. And a 2-1 count on April Garcia. Leading things off here in this ball game, a one and decided all by district playoff game between these two teams. Terrific night for softball. Pitch to Garcia. That's a strike called. Garcia thought it was outside, but Lopez caught the corner. And now it's a 2-2 count on Garcia, leading things off here for the Lady Hounds. Down at first base, Brianna Salinas for Edinburg. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to third. Picked up there. Throw across is in time for the out. Bang, bang play down at first base, and Garcia's retired. One down, and that ends up having one of the players shaken up for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. First baseman down there, Brianna Salinas. Contact occurred between her and the runner, and so Salinas will shake that off. One down, and that'll bring up Cody Cisneros for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Cisneros will stand in from the right side. One out here in the first inning. Behind Cisneros, Jordan Ramos. First pitch coming to Cody Cisneros. That's a strike call. Important for Lopez to stay ahead of these hitters if possible. Try to rely on her defense to make the plays. Cisneros, the next one to her. Swinging a high fly ball into right field. That's going to get back, but it's going to be caught near the wall for the second out of the inning. Cisneros flies out. 2 down. Brings in Jordan Ramos. That ball carried pretty well out to right field. Opposite field direction for Cisneros. At the plate, the wind is blowing out. More so to left field than anywhere in this park, but it is going out. Jordan Ramos stands in, hitting third today for the San Benito Lady Hounds, catching behind the plate on the game. First pitch to her. A little bit low, ball 1. Garcia started with a ground ball out. Cisneros flied out. Ramos at the plate. Behind her is Jalen Huerta, but Ramos will have to get on. Ramos ready. The next one to her. Strike called. Evens the count at 1-1. Finishing up the infield for the Lady Bobcats. Salinas down at first base. Down at second base, Aaliyah Reyes. Shortstop Maya Zavala, and Christy Salas is at third base. Ramos at the plate, the 1-1 count. And the next pitch on the way. Low and away for ball 2. Ramos trying to become the first base runner of the ball game. Nothing shaking thus far here in the San Benito first. The first 2 have been retired. Lopez would like to get out of this first right here, a 1-2-3, and let her offense set the tone. That one sails up and away for a ball. And now a 3-1 count on Ramos. And Cecilia Lopez will now either have to put her on ahead of Jalen Huerta or give her something good to hit here with a 3-1 count. That's a big decision. Next pitch coming to Ramos. Low, ball 4. Ramos with the walk. First base run of the ball game for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. And the first inning will continue as Jalen Huerta steps to the plate. Huerta gets some instructions from Coach Lira. And now she'll step in with a runner on board here in the first inning. San Benito offense can get it going with 2 outs, as good as any team we've covered this year. And we've covered some good ones. Runner at first, 2 out. Huerta at the plate. First pitch coming. High for a ball. That's what happens when you get to the middle part of this lineup for San Benito. It's tough to pitch around because there's so many good hitters right here stacked up, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You just can't walk them all. Huerta waits for the next one. Takes that low for ball 2. And after Ramos walked, Huerta now ahead in the count 2-0. There is a courtesy runner down at first base for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. We'll get a name on that. Right now a 2-0 count. And the pitch to Huerta. Takes it high. Ball 3. 3-0 to Huerta. On deck, Eliana Carrizales standing over there for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Huerta at the plate. See if she's green light. 3-0. Here it comes. Low ball 4 in the dirt. Back-to-back walks to Ramos and now Huerta. 2 aboard. Still 2 out for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Here comes Eliana Carrizales. Cecilia Lopez got the job done getting the first 2 out. Now has to work around a couple of walks as she faces Carrizales. Carrizales playing center field today. First pitch coming to her. Strike called right in there. Carrizales has been one of the hottest hitters we've covered. Down the stretch of the regular season. She steps back in here behind in the count 0-1. Lopez brings it home. Carrizales wanted a swing, went around at the strike, throw to third, and safe at third base. Runners advance. Meanwhile, 2 strikes on Huerta. Runners down there at second and third for the Lady Hounds. Carrizales could drive in a couple with a hit here in this first. Has to protect the plate. Swing and a miss. Drop. Throw to first base is in time for the out. And the inning comes to an end. K2-3 on the put out for San Benito in the inning. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, no errors. Lady Hounds strand 2. And we head to the bottom of the first. Scoreless ball game. Bi-district playoff action between San Benito and Edinburg High continues after this on Rio Sports Live. When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas. Fishing fans, here's your chance to catch some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-Up, 3-Down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-Up, 3-Down Fishing Tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way. Back here on Rio Sports as we head to the bottom of the first inning, and the San Benito Lady Hounds out to the field in this scoreless ball game. There are no runners on base, so I'll fix that real quick. As we're in this bottom of the first, Eliana Carrizales to the mound for the Lady Hounds. She'll face a lineup that looks like this. Cecilia Lopez leads it off, followed by Valerie De Leon. Maya Zavala will hit third. Christy Salas hits in the cleanup spot, followed by Valerie Gallardo. Brianne Salinas will hit in the sixth spot, followed by Julian Tamez, then Janessa Abrego and Aaliyah Reyes. Carrizales to the center circle. Sedelia Lopez, the pitcher for Edinburg, steps in hitting as the first hitter for the Lady Bobcats. San Benito stranded a couple of runners in the top of this first. Lopez, first pitch to her is a swing and a miss, strike one. Carrizales coming right after Lopez with that first pitch of the game, and Lopez had a green light swing. Couldn't catch up on that one, and strike one. Valerie De Leon on deck. Maya Zavala. Anyone gets on Christy Salas will hit this inning for Edinburg High. Next one coming to Lopez from Carrizales. That's a bunt out in front. That's a fair ball. Throw to first. Now they'll call a foul ball. That ball hit the runner. They're going to call two strikes, but they may end up calling Lopez out on this play. They're going to appeal down at first base. Conference on the center circle for San Benito as the Lady Hounds wait while the umpires all meet. Umpires today are Elias Longoria behind the plate, Amanda Baker down at first base, and Terry Peters at third base, all from the Rio Grande Valley area. Conference over. Count remains 0-2, and Lopez gets a new life at the plate. After that bunt attempt, as long as she was in the batter's box when that ball hit her, which is what the umpire's saying, then no harm done. She's at the plate, though. 0-2 the count. Carrizales is ready. Spins the next one home to Lopez. That's outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Lopez. She got the job done on the pitching side of things to start this ball game, and now, as the leadoff hitter, would like to get on. Behind in the count, 1-2. Next pitch from Carrizales. Low in the dirt, ball 2. And a 2-2 count now on Lopez. In these one-and-done kind of games, you just never really know. A little momentum can go a long way. Lopez at the plate. Carrizales is back in the circle and spins the 2-2 home. Swing and a high fly ball into very deep right center field. Hasso's right there, and she'll make the catch for the out. And that ball carried pretty well. Hasso playing out there in center field. 1 down as Lopez flies out, and it brings in Valerie De Leon. Carrizales. Breeze a little easier after that ball carried a long way out there into center field. That's the second ball we've seen hit in the outfield, and both have carried out near the fence. Valerie De Leon, the center fielder, steps in. Batting from the right side for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. First pitch from Carrizales on the way. Swing and a miss. Fastball to start De Leon. Up. Chase that. It's an 0-1 count. She had stepped out, had a conversation with the third base coach, and now she's back in. Meanwhile, Carrizales is ready to spin the next one home. The 0-1 headed there. De Leon wanted a bunt, took a strike. 0-2 the count on De Leon. Grounds crew did a great job of getting this place ready. This field was just immaculate when we got here. Crowd filed in big numbers. Next pitch on the way. Up and away for a ball. 1-2 the count now on De Leon. Carrizales on the mound. Behind the plate, Jordan Ramos today for the San Benito Lady Hounds. De Leon waits. Here comes the 1-2. Swing and a pop-up foul ball out of play. Back over the stand area. Count remains 1-2 on De Leon. There's Gallardo. Standing over here, looking there. The catcher behind the plate, though, for San Benito is Jordan Ramos. De Leon at the plate. Counts 1-2 with nobody on and one out here in the first inning. Next pitch. And now it's a 2-2 count. Carrizales ready to go. De Leon waits. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Carrizales records her first strikeout of the ball game. 2 down in the inning, and that'll bring up Maya Zavala. Zavala playing shortstop today for Edinburg. Hitting in the number 3 spot here in the bottom of the first inning with nobody on and 2 outs. Wind is blowing out to left field here at Edinburg. This my district game. First pitch from Carrizales to Zavala. That's a strike called. Looking ahead to the San Benito second, they'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters up. They did strand 2 runners on base in the top of this first inning. Zavala at the plate. The 0-1 pitch from Carrizales. Gets a groan from the stands as that misses for ball 1. He's out there talking with Elias Longoria, the home plate umpire. He's from the Rio Grande Valley here. Said, we'll tell them where you're from, only if they start groaning and griping. I won't do that. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a high fly ball, a very deep left field down the line, and it is gone. Home run for Zavala. She pulls it over the wall. 1-0 Edinburg. Zavala will touch them all. On a 1-1 pitch, delivers that one over the left field fence, and there was no doubt about that, the exception of whether it's going to stay fair or not. And it was fair by a wide shot. Zavala connects. 1-0 Edinburg. That brings in Christy Salas. for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Salas today playing third base. Hitting cleanup. And she will step in, trying to follow up the solo home run by Amaya Zavala. First pitch to Salas in the dirt, ball one. The way the wind's blowing, I would venture to say that's not the last home run we'll see today. We've had 3 fly balls in this game. 2 went to the wall in the opposite direction. 1 went over the wall on a pulled ball. There's a swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1 on Christy Salas. Fans watching, give me a shout out where you're watching the game from. That's always fun to see on our social media sites here on this bi-district playoff game. Next pitch coming from Carrizales is in the dirt for ball 2 to Christy Salas. On Facebook, I always ask when I see a good number of fans that are watching in, just click up and share the link. When we have fans sharing the broadcast, we jump in numbers on the number of fans that are in tune with what we're doing here on Rio Sports. Next pitch to Salas. Strike called, evens the count at 2-2. Any pitch called that's close, borderline, will get the groans from the stands. Like I said, the crowd is equal here, but they're spaced odd in this facility. I'll talk about that a little bit more. Next pitch coming is the 2-2 to Christy Salas. Ball outside. 3-2 the count. Eliana Carrizales from Laredo. Want to send a shout out in that direction. Also to some fans tuning in from the Edinburg area. It's on our Facebook side. I'll check the YouTube here in a minute. Next pitch coming. Swinging a hard hit ball. That's a base hit into left field. Off the bat of Salas. Hard hit ball, single. The inning continues. Two hard hit balls by the Lady Bobcats after 2 were out in this first inning. Salas on board. So both teams with some 2-out base runners in this first inning. San Benito with a couple of walks, stranded runners at second and third when the inning came to an end. Edinburg with a home run and now a single. 2 in a row have reached after the first 2 were retired. Valerie Gallardo stands in, catching today. Hitting in the 5th spot for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Carrizales is ready to bring the first one to her, and here it is. Ball misses. 1-0. Brienne Salinas on deck. Gallardo at the plate. Next one coming from Carrizales. Up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on Gallardo. Bottom of the first inning, Edinburg on top 1-0. Count now 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes on Gallardo. See if she's swinging here. Strike called right down the middle. Gallardo taking all the way. Steps out. Now the sunshine, as you can see her looking down the third baseline. Sun's coming over that left field corner into the batter's eye, and that'll be there for a while here in this game. Carrizales is ready to spin the 3-1 home. Swinging a shot. That's a base hit into left field. Salas stops at second base. The inning continues as Gallardo is aboard with a single. Two on, two out here for the Lady Bobcats as they put their hitting shoes on out of the gate. Brings a conference out in the center circle for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. As they'll talk a little strategy here as the Edinburg Lady Bobcats have scored a run and now have two runners aboard here in this first inning. Conference out there by the infield draws the attention of the home plate umpire. Mr. Longoria makes a long walk, and now he'll have to go back behind the plate. Meanwhile, Brianna Salinas ready to hit for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Winner of this advances to the second round of the playoffs, as this is a one-and-done kind of game. Other teams elect to go with the series. These two teams with the coin flip are playing just one game to decide it. Salinas waits. First pitch from Carrizales on the way. Strike call. 0-1 to Salinas. Out here as we were setting up, this Edinburg team was over here warming up. They were loose and confident here on their home field. There's a swing and a miss, and two quick strikes now on Brianna Salinas. And Eliana Carrizales would like to retire her and keep this with just one run being scored, despite the fact that three in a row have connected for hits. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Inning comes to an end for the Lady Bobcats. Carrizales records her second strikeout of the ball game in the inning. It's one run on three hits, two left, no walks, no errors. We've played one full inning heading to the second. Edinburg leads in this one 1-0. This is Rio Sports Live. TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
TVNS, one of our advertisers here on Rio Sports, and we want to thank them for being a part of what we do. Shot a new commercial for them this week at our studio, and we'll be excited to be bringing that one to you in the very near future. Caitlin Garza stands in, second inning ready to begin for the San Benito Lady Hounds at the plate. It'll be Garza, Sarah Garcia, and Steph Lopez. Anybody gets on Eliana Carrizales will hit. First pitch here is a strike called, and the second inning is underway. Back pitching is Cecilia Lopez. Lopez walked a couple in the first inning, got away with that. Next pitch coming here. Swing and a miss. Strike two on an off-speed pitch. Had Caitlin Garza way out in front. Count 0-2 on Caitlin Garza. Coach Lira immediately came down the third baseline to shout out some instructions to Garza. She has to protect the plate now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a foul ball out of play. Lady Hounds had two runners on and runners in scoring position at the end of that first inning. Ended up with runners at second and third. Couldn't get a run across. Garza leading it off. Stands in. Next pitch coming to her. That's low in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Caitlin Garza. Again, sunshine is soaking that home plate area at will for another inning or two. Shadow is coming across the third base bag. You can see it right there between the pitchers and home plate. Here's the pitch. That's low for ball 2. Count evens at 2-2. See the crowd back there along that fence line. That's purple all the way down to the right field corner. They're packed in over here on this side, on the Edinburg side. Stands are full with San Benito faithful as well. Next pitch coming. That's a foul ball out of play. Garza battling here to lead off this second inning for San Benito. Fans, as you're watching these games, remember that we've entered the playoff mode, which means that it's a premium as far as being able to cover these games. And the key important factor is the advertising revenue needed just to cover the broadcast rights fees. We had some assistance this first round. Here's a pitch, there's a swing and a miss, and the ball was dropped. Throw to first base is in time for the out. Garza retired on the first out of the inning. K2-3 on the putout. First strikeout recorded by Lopez. Pitching for Edinburg, and that brings in Sarah Garcia. Garcia steps in, second baseman today, first pitch. Strike called. Lopez pumping in strikes, trying to stay ahead of these hitters. Sarah Garcia at the plate, Steph Lopez behind her here in this San Benito second. Next pitch to Garcia. Swing and a high fly ball down the line right field. That's going to stay up and get past the right fielder. Down to second base goes Garcia. Heading for third. Throw not in time. She's at third with 1 out. Ball got past the right fielder. And a runner aboard for the Lady Hounds as Sarah Garcia stands at third base representing the tying run. One out here in the second. Steph Lopez steps in. First pitch to her. Low, ball 1. 1-0 to Steph Lopez. Once again, I want to keep talking about those playoff fees. It's $200 a round. That's just for the playoff fees. It doesn't include any travel, anything whatsoever on covering these games. There's a strike called to Steph Lopez. One out, runner at third base. Next pitch to Lopez. That's up and away for ball 2. Next one coming. That's up high for a ball. 3 balls and a strike to Steph Lopez. Also want to remind you, we've got that Lyford game on. We're trying to get that broadcast over there. I think they're having some internet issues. 3-1 on Lopez. Next pitch to her. Swinging a pop-up. That's on the first base side, and that's just out of reach of Salinas over there. Brianne Salinas trying to track that down. Count goes full to Steph Lopez. So when I run those split screens and you see the phone number there, please reach out to us if you're a potential advertiser. It's one thing to get the regular season going as Lopez takes ball 4. First and third now for the Lady Hounds. Third walk of the game issued by Lopez, and we're in the second inning. Bringing a courtesy runner for Lopez. Meanwhile, here's Eliana Carrizales. And Ellie could help her cause at the plate. She's a number 9 hitter in the lineup, so if she gets on and keeps this inning going, San Benito will have flipped the lineup. And we're already just in the second inning. Yet still no runs across as they trail 1-0. Infield playing in the corner, shortstop and second base back. They can turn a double play here. They can end this inning. Carrizales. Chance here to at least tie this ball game up. First pitch to her. Strike called. Lopez coming after Carrizales. Gets it in there for a called strike to start the at-bat. Waits for the next one, and Lopez brings it. Low for a ball. Evens the count of 1-1 on Carrizales. Inning started with a strikeout and an error allowed a base runner. That was Sarah Garcia. She stands at third base. Lopez walked. Courtesy runner at first base. And a 1-1 count on Eliana Carrizales at the plate. Next pitch coming. Low for a ball. 2 balls and a strike on Carrizales. Time is called as they'll talk things over on this play. I'm going to tell you again, the city of San Benito, now one of our advertising sponsors, and gives me a good chance here to talk about their next big event coming Saturday, May the 18th. Gates open at 4 o'clock for the 2019 Hog Waddle Country Concert Cook-Off. Food, fun, vendors, animal farms, family fun, and the best country and Tejano music in South Texas. More information, contact the city of San Benito, and I've got a couple of tickets I'm going to give away. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and do that. We have fans watching. If you know a fan in the stands, call them, tell them you're watching the game, tell them to come over to my broadcast table. I'll give them 2 tickets to that event right now. First fan that comes up that says someone at home is watching this game, I'll give them a couple of tickets to the Hog Waddle in San Benito. First and third, 1 out. 2-1 the count on Eliana Carrizales. Pitch coming to her. Showed a bunt, took ball 3. 3 balls and a strike now to Carrizales. There is a base open with runners at the corner, but you don't want to load the bases with April Garcia standing on deck. That's the top of the order for the San Benito Lady Hounds. Here's the 3-1. Carrizales takes a strike. 3-2 is Lopez. Pumped one in there to Eliana Carrizales. One down here in the second. Lopez to Carrizales. Ball misses just out of the strike zone. Carrizales trots down to first. Bases loaded, and that didn't miss by much on that pitch. Loads the bases for the Lady Hounds. And that brings up April Garcia. And indeed, they have gone through the lineup. And we're in the just the top of the second inning. As Garcia gets some instructions down there from head coach Lira. And fans, I appreciate you guys watching the game. If you're on Facebook, please share the link. I just want to see what happens if everyone watching shares a link one time. Just see how many viewers that increases this by. I have a feeling it will be by a bunch. Garcia at the plate. 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out to third base her first time up. With the bases loaded, takes ball 1. 4 walks already issued in the game by Cecilia Lopez. Nowhere to put Garcia. She's going to eventually have to bring one in. 1-0 the count. Next pitch coming to Garcia. Took it low. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And April Garcia, who becomes ever more dangerous now. Ahead in the count. She can handle the bat extremely well. Lopez will have to deliver a strike. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swinging a little fly ball into left field. Pretty well hit. Left fielder makes the catch. Runner tags and is home for the tie. Sacrifice fly. It's 1-1. Garcia gets the job done, driving in the run. The other runners had to stay put at first and second. All things considered, that's not a bad spot as far as Edinburg goes to give up the 1 run, get the out. And now stepping in is Cody Cisneros. First pitch to her is a strike called. Cisneros flied out to right field, to deep right field, her first time up. Bats here with 2 outs in the second. And 2 aboard. San Benito stranded a couple in the first inning. 2 on here. Next pitch coming. That's a ball outside. 1-1 is Lopez. Trying to work through this second. 1-1 game as Cody Cisneros stands in. Next pitch coming. In the dirt, ball 2. Talked about the first inning that you start getting base runners on in the top part of this lineup. It is potent behind that. In the middle of the order is just lights out deadly. Here's the pitch coming. Swinging a line drive up the middle. It's a base hit. Run coming home to score. Play at third and out at third base. Run scores. 2-1 ball game on a single by Cisneros. She'll drive in a run. And a nice throw to gun down the runner at third base to end the inning. In the inning for San Benito, they'll score 2 runs. They'll do so on just 1 hit. That was the hit right there by Cody Cisneros. Runner lost on the base pass. 2 more stranded for the Lady Hounds. They've stranded 4 through 2. We head to the bottom of the second inning in this one. San Benito leads this one by the score of 2-1. By-district playoff action continues after this.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard And now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we are in the bottom of the second inning. And I want to say congratulations to Mary Gonzales, who came out of the stands. Somebody watching at home, her sister said, hey, go down and claim your tickets. She got 2 free tickets to the Hog Waddle in San Benito on May the 18th. First pitch coming in the bottom of the second, misses for ball 1. Standing in is Julia Tamez for Edinburg. Tamez, the number 7 hitter in the lineup. It's Tamez, Janessa Abrego, and Aliyah Reyes hitting here in this second. San Benito up by the score of 2-1 as Tamez stands in. Next pitch coming. Ball low. 2-0 to Tamez, leading it off. Two balls, no strikes. Carrizales spins it home. Ball 3 high. Carrizales in the first inning had 2 strikeouts. She did allow 3 hits, a home run and 2 singles after 2 were out. That led to the 1 run. Here's the next pitch here, the 3-0. In there for a strike called. Taking all the way, Julia Tamez. Count now 3-1. Mary Gonzales, 2 free tickets to the Hog Waddle in San Benito. Here's the next pitch to Tamez. Strike 2 called. After missing with the first 3, Carrizales now works the count full to Tamez. And she'll now have to tighten up here at the plate with a 3-2 count. Carrizales is ready, working quickly. Brings the next one home. Swing and a miss, struck her out. 3rd strikeout of the game for Carrizales. First out here in the second. And it brings in Janessa Abrego. Abrego playing left field today for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. You can see now the shadows have creeped across the field now. They won't be any sunshine playing a factor at anyone for the remainder of this ball game, with the exception of the fans out there on the far right field line. A little bit of sunshine still soaking them. Lights are on, but we're going to just a comfortable spot from which to broadcast this one here on a Friday night. Abrego waits, takes a strike. 1 strike on Abrego. Carrizales has struck out 3. Working rather quickly. Ready to go, brings the next one home to Abrego. Shows a bunt and fouls it back. That's out of reach. And a quick 2-strike count on Abrego. Oh, and 2 on Abrego. Carrizales is ready. Abrego stands in. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Ball high. 1-2 on Abrego. Alea Reyes on deck. If anyone can get on this inning, Edinburg will too have flipped the lineup through the first 2 innings. Next pitch coming to Abrego. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. 4th strikeout of the game for Carrizales. Second out of the inning as Abrego is retired. And it brings in Alea Reyes. Lady Bobcats were able to do their damage in the first inning after 2 were out. A solo home run by Maya Zavala. Christy Salas and Valerie Gallardo follow with singles. 3 in a row reach base. They stranded 2 in the inning and led at the time 1-0. Trail now 2-1 here in the bottom of the second as Alea Reyes stands in. Pitch to her. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Reyes. Jacob Howell running the cameras up top of the dugout here today. Reyes stands in at the plate. Pitch coming. Ball misses. 1-1. You can tell it's a playoffs when fans groan. Coach Lira down there. Now checking her stat line on how to work some of these hitters. Reyes at the plate. Carrizales ready to bring it home. The 1-2, here it is. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Check that, strike 2. Jumped the gun a little bit on that one. So did the scoreboard operator. He had it 1-2. So Reyes still alive at the plate. Infield playing in at the corners with a 2-strike count on Reyes. Next pitch coming to her. There's a swing and a miss. That's strike 3 and the inning comes to an end. A quick second as Carrizales strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. As we head to the 3rd inning in this one, San Benito leads it by the score of 2-1. Don't forget about the hog waddle in San Benito. It's May 18th. San Benito, our newest sponsor.
Fans, if you want to look your best at the next game, then let Chewy's Custom Sports go to work for you. From custom designs and graphics to mass production in-house. If it's hats, shirts, buttons, mugs, cups, banners, and more, then Chewy's is there for every team and every sport. A veteran-owned company in touch with the community. It's Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito.
Fans, mark the calendar for May the 5th for exciting football action from Mercedes as Real Sports Live presents NFL flag football action in Turf Wars 2019. See the future stars from the area in tournament competition live on Real Sports Live from the Mercedes Tiger Football Stadium May the 5th. Coaches, sign your team up today and be a part of the show for just $75 a team. Sponsored in part by Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito. Register your team today or call 956-536-7185. Turf Wars, NFL flag football from Mercedes. Back here in Edinburg as we head to the 3rd inning. And for the Lady Bobcats, they'll send Cecilia Lopez back out. Lopez has given up a couple of runs, allowed just 1 hit to San Benito through the first 2 innings. She's walked 4 in an error. Ended up hurting as that runner who reached came around to score the first run for the Lady Hounds. Jordan Ramos steps in leading off this 3rd inning. First pitch from Lopez. Strike called to Ramos. Lopez has recorded one strikeout in the game and just one hit thus far by San Benito off of Lopez. Ramos at the plate. Pitch to her. Ball high. Ramos walked her first time up. But again, Lopez has walked 4 in the ball game through the first 2 innings. 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup for San Benito here in the third. Next one to Ramos in the dirt, ball 2. Fans are putting together our schedule for broadcasting football. It's around the corner. It's closer than you think. It'll get here in August. So any advertisers looking to get on board for football season, you might want to get in touch with me pretty quick. Some of our systems are filling up as we speak. Here's a fly ball into the left field side. That's a foul ball. Out of reach. Count goes to 2-2 on Ramos. High school football, we'll cover that much more extensively than what we did last year. Thanks again to the Port Isabel, or the South Padre Islands kicking in. Now the San Benito EDC stepping up. Got some other entities that we're talking to. If you're interested in getting on board as an advertiser, contact me quick. There's a line drive off the third baseman. Shortstop gets to it. Long throw, not in time. And Ramos is on with a hit to start the inning. Jordan Ramos with the base hit. Leadoff single here in the third for the Lady Hounds. That'll bring in a courtesy runner for San Benito as Elisa Garcia will run the bases. 1 on, nobody out. Jalen Huerta steps in for the Lady Hounds. First one to Huerta, shows a bunt, bunts it out in front of the plate. Throw to first, not made, safe at first base. 2 aboard for the Lady Hounds. Huerta with a perfect bunt, it just died out there. And now 2 aboard. Nobody out here to start this third inning for San Benito. And that brings in Alina Hasso. And Cecilia Lopez will have to dig even deeper this trip across, working here in the third inning. Hasso waits, first pitch, swinging, hard hit ball, pulled foul down the left field line. Hasso didn't waste any time on that, turned on that ball, pulled it foul. Hasso, a strikeout victim her first time up, is 0 for 1. 2 on, nobody out here in the third. San Benito up 2-1. Next one to Hasso, bunts it. Good one, first baseman throws to first. They cover there, get the out. Runners move up to second and third. Hasso with the sacrifice. 1 down in the inning. And that brings up Caitlin Garza. Caitlin, also a strikeout victim her first time up. She bats here in the third. Could drive in a couple. Takes it high, ball 1. 1-0 to Caitlin Garza. Lopez having to work through a jam. Here's the pitch to Garza. Count at 1-1. Garza stands in. There is a base open. Next one to Garza. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen. 2 strikes now on Garza. Cody Lopez has a couple of strikeouts here in this ball game. On deck stands Sarah Garcia. She scored the first run of the game for San Benito. That tied the game back in the second. Garza at the plate, has to protect. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a little looper. Second baseman catches that for the out. 2 down as the infield stays put with runners at second and third. Garza retired. It brings in Sarah Garcia. Lopez would like to get out of this right here. If she can send some momentum her direction as the top of the order is scheduled to hit. Next pitch here, ground ball to short. Over to third, force is good. And the out is recorded to end the inning. For San Benito, no runs, 2 hits, no walks, no errors, 2 more left on base. We've played 2.5, heading to the bottom of the third. San Benito leads this one 2-1. This is Real Sports Live.
Winner at Cano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for 0 money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999.
Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Cano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002. Harlingen, Texas.
Back here at Edinburg as we resume play here in the bi-district matchup between the Edinburg Lady Bobcats and the San Benito Lady Hounds. San Benito up 2-1 as we head to the bottom of the third. Cecilia Lopez will lead it off. It's 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Back on the mound, or check that in the center circle, is there Eliana Carrizales. Carrizales has struck out 4 in a row as she works here to Lopez, leading off the third. First pitch, swinging, hard hit ball, left center field. That's going to get off the wall. One hops the wall, an easy double for Lopez, leading off the inning. Lopez wasted no time, ripped at the first one, and doubles into left center field. Tying run down to second base. Nobody out here in the third for the Lady Bobcats. And that'll bring up Valerie De Leon. De Leon, a strikeout victim her first time up. Stands in here with a runner at second base. See if she's bunting or swinging away. First pitch from Carrizales. Showed a bunt, took a ball high. De Leon can do a lot with the bat right here. Strikeout victim her first time up. She's 0 for 1. Carrizales is ready. Brings the next one home to De Leon. That's a bunt, foul ball, back out of reach. Count goes to 1-1. 1-1 on De Leon. Reminding you, we'll probably have to pull this game relatively quick afterwards. But, man, we'll have some fun watching these games later on when we are able to pull them back up. Put them on our Roku channel. For fans to watch them there that subscribe to our Roku, you'll be able to see them. Next pitch on the way. Strike called at the knees. 2 strikes to De Leon. A 1-2 count, and that got the attention of the Edinburg faithful. We thought that pitch was low. Carrizales now looks for her 6th strikeout of the game as she's ahead in the count to De Leon. Spins a 1-2 forward. Way high. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. A leadoff double by Cecilia Lopez. She's at second base. Still nobody out here in the 3rd inning, and a 2-2 count on De Leon. Carrizales is ready. Brings it home. Swing and a line shot up the middle. Is a base hit. Rounding 3rd, but checking up there. 1st and 3rd, nobody out as De Leon gets a hit. Right up the middle. First 2 have reached here for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats in the 3rd, and that brings in Maya Zavala. Also has a quick conference on the infield for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Zavala, who will be hitting next, is 1 for 1 with an RBI, a run scored. As a solo home run, sail high and far over the left field fence her first time up. So the right hitters in place for Edinburg here as they trail 2-1. Big opportunity here in the 3rd inning. Three 3-1 the count. Check that. 2-1 the score. No count thus far on Zavala. And a whole lot of things could tie this game. Zavala could do a lot more while at the plate. 1st and 3rd. First pitch to Zavala. Swing, line shot off the shortstop. That's going to score a run. Ball stops in left field. Throw to second, not in time. All tied, 2 apiece. Zavala swinging on the first pitch. Drives in her 2nd run of the ball game. Ties it up here in the 3rd at 2-2. Brings in Christy Salas. Salas steps in. 1 for 1 on the day with a single. First pitch to her. Strike called. Carrizales coming right after Salas. All tied up here in the 3rd. Salas digs in. She's a cleanup hitter for the Lady Bobcats of Edinburg. Here's the 0-1. Low, ball 1. Count evens at 1-1 with 2 aboard and nobody out here in the 3rd. Give me a shout out on YouTube where you're watching this game from. That's always fun to see where the fans are watching the game from. Next pitch coming from Salas to Salas. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Carrizales has recorded 5 strikeouts in the game. She'd like to get Salas here with those 2 runners on. She's ready. Here's the next one. Way high, ball 2 to Salas. Salas and the Lady Bobcats victorious in a play-in game against Weslaco just to get to this game. That was Monday night. We broadcast that for you. Next pitch coming to Salas here. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Keeps the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, nobody out here in the Edinburg third. Salas could do some damage here. Carrizales would like to strike out. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball into left center field. Ranging over. Left fielder makes the catch for the out. Gets the ball back in. Not an easy catch for Garza. Runners stay put on the long fly ball out. 1 down in the inning, and it brings in Valerie Gallardo. And that ball carried pretty well. It didn't seem like it was that well hit. And that wind is blowing out to left field. Gallardo steps in. She's got a hit today. 1 for 1 on the day. Facing Carrizales here in the third with 2 aboard and 1 out. First pitch to Gallardo. Strike call. 0-1. Tomorrow morning we'll be broadcasting back in Kingsville. I'll make the trip up to cover the Game 3 matchup between Orange Grove and Rio Hondo. We'll also have an afternoon game for you at Brownsville Veterans. We'll broadcast that game. Next pitch coming to Gallardo. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Gallardo now in the hole at 0-2. This inning would change quite a bit if Eliana Carrizales can retire Gallardo and keep the runners at first and second. Ahead in the count 0-2, she spins it home. Ball high. 1-2. Gallardo at the plate. Brianne Salinas on deck for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Eliana Carrizales brings it home. Swing and a miss. Gallardo down swinging. Second out of the inning. 6th strikeout of the game for Carrizales. And now after the first 3 reached in the 3rd inning here for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats, it'll take something off the bat of Brianna Salinas with 2 outs to do any additional damage. 1 run across, but 2 on. And now 2 outs as Salinas steps in. Strikeout victim her first time up, batting from the left side. Carrizales is ready, brings the first one home to Salinas. Strike call to the knees. Looking ahead to the San Benito 4th, it'll be the 8 and 9 hitters due up. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 in the lineup in the 4th. Salinas trying to keep this inning going. Waits for the 0-1. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Carrizales now a strike from getting out of this inning, keeping this game tied at 2 apiece. Edinburg coach trying to encourage Brianne Salinas at the plate. Carrizales is ready, spins it home. Ball outside. 1-2. First 3 reached here in the inning for Edinburg. It started with a double by Cecilia Lopez. She scored on a single by Maya Zavala, who drove in her second run of the ball game. At the plate, Salinas waits. Next pitch coming from Carrizales. Swing and a miss, struck her out, and the inning comes to an end. In the inning for Edinburg, they score 1 run. They do so on 3 hits, 2 left. They've stranded 4 in the ball game. Brand new game as we head to the 4th, all tied up at 2 apiece. San Benito will hit the 8-9-1 when we return. This is high school softball bi-district playoff game from Edinburg. San Benito taking on Edinburg High on Real Sports Live.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Back here at Edinburg as we head to the 4th inning. And in this one, all tied up at 2 apiece. Want to remind you again, in San Benito on May the 18th, it's the Hog Waddle Country Concert Cook-Off. Gates open at 4 o'clock. You can see there, $5 general admission. We're giving some tickets away as well. I gave some away here to a fan earlier, and I've got some additional tickets we'll give away at our store, which has recently opened up, my wife and I's store in San Benito, 237 North Sam Houston. First fan that comes in tomorrow and says, hey, I watched the game, we'll give you 2 tickets to the game. Start the 4th inning. Steph Lopez steps in, and the first pitch to her is hit into center field. That's a base hit. Lopez aboard. Leadoff single for San Benito, and they quickly go right back to work. Single for Lopez. She's on base for a second time today. And that brings up Eliana Carrizales. She walked her first time up. First pitch here. Swinging, hits it hard into center field. That's a hit. Runner stops at second base. 2 pitches, 2 hits, 2 aboard for San Benito. Carrizales laced a single. And now the danger begins. Here comes the top of the order for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Tied up at 2 apiece here in this 4th inning. Cecilia Lopez worked out of the 3rd inning after the first 2 reached on hits. That was right through the middle of the lineup. Now the bottom 2 have reached with singles, and it's the top of the order up with runners on the base paths. Sarah Garcia stands in. First pitch took a ball. Garcia on the day. Grounded out to 3rd in the 1st inning. Sacrifice fly in the 2nd to left field, drove in a run. Bats here in the 4th. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, gets away. Runner's going to move up to 2nd and 3rd. Better scoring opportunity now for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Meanwhile, the count goes 2-0 on Lopez. Or check that on Garcia, April Garcia. Lopez down at 3rd base. Garcia drove in a runner last time up. Could drive in a couple with a hit here. Here's the pitch. Low. Ball 3 to April Garcia. Cody Cisneros on deck for the Lady Hounds. See her just off the screen there. The upper left-hand side. Garcia at the plate. Lopez brings it home. Garcia on the 3-0. Showed a bunt, pulled it back, and took ball 4. A walk loads the bases for San Benito as the first 3 have reached here in the 4th. And it brings in Cody Cisneros as Garcia joins Lopez and Carrizales, well, the courtesy runner for Carrizales on the base pass. Cisneros with a singular last time up, drove in a run. She's 1 for 2 in the game. That walk is the 4th issue to the ball game by Cecilia Lopez. Now nowhere to put Cisneros. This is the number 2 hitter in the lineup. First pitch to her, swinging, ground ball to third. Throw to home, out there to first, and safe at first base. Almost a double play turn as a good throw from her knees by Valerie Gallardo nearly turned that double play. Lopez erased on the bases. Everybody else moves up a base. Base is still loaded. Now 1 down here in the San Benito 4th. And Jordan Ramos steps up. Ramos has been on twice. Walked her first time up. Singled her second. She's 1 for 1 on the day. Bats here in the 4th with the bases loaded. First pitch coming. Ramos takes it low, ball 1. Lopez has recorded a couple of strikeouts here in this ball game. Facing Jordan Ramos, who is one of the powerful hitters in this San Benito lineup, sitting in that number 3 spot. And with the bases loaded, here it comes. Strike called. Ramos took that pitch. Lopez changed speeds just a bit. A lot of coaching going on out there. Bases loaded for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. Lopez pitching. Ramos at the plate. Here it is. Swing and a miss. An off-speed pitch. Way out in front was Ramos. Lopez now ahead in the count. Doesn't necessarily have to lay one in there for Jordan Ramos. Ramos stepped out, gets back in. 1-2 the count, the pitch. Swing and a pop-up into short center field. Center fielder catches, they tag. Here's a play at the plate, and safe as it's wide. Down to second and third runners. San Benito regains the lead. The throw was wide. So Ramos with the sacrifice fly drives in the run. To make it a 3-2 game. And it brings in Jalen Huerta. Runners at second and third as Huerta stands in. First one to her. Strike call, the fastball. Huerta's been on base twice. Ramos on that last hit, you could see she adjusted her swing. That was an off-speed pitch. She was initially ahead of it. Adjusted, still managed to get the fly ball for the sacrifice. Next pitch here. Ball low. 1-1 to Jalen Huerta. I see on Facebook we've had 10 shares. Come on, fans, if you're watching this game, click the share button. I just want to see what happens, how many viewers we get if we all share it. Next pitch coming to Huerta. That misses by a narrow margin, and it's a 2-1 count. 2 down here in the 4th. Top of the 4th here for San Benito. Huerta stands in. Dangerous hitter at the cleanup spot. Here's the pitch. Ball 3 high. There is a base open if you want to put Huerta aboard. Alina Hasso on deck. Would probably sprint to the batter's box if given a chance to bat here with the bases loaded. Huerta, a hitter's count as it's 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a ground ball off the shortstop. 1 run scores. Here comes a second run. She'll score. 2 RBIs, a hard hit ball by Huerta, and it's 5-2. Just a hot shot off the short. 2 runs aboard. And a 5-2 ball game. As Alina Hasso will step in. Hasso, strikeout victim her first time up and laid down a sacrifice bunt her second time up. Bats here in the 4th. With a runner at first base and 2 outs. Strike call to Hasso. Next one, that's a strike call to Hasso. Hasso hitting. Cody Lopez trying to end this 4th. Brings it home. Swing and a high fly ball down the line. Foul territory and just out of reach. Just a long foul ball off the bat of Hasso. Count remains 0-2. Lopez, a new softball, brings it home. Foul ball out of play off the bat of Hasso. If you're just joining us, Edinburg took the lead in this game. In the first inning on a home run. That one misses to Hasso for a ball. 2-out home run by Maya Zavala. San Benito answered with 2 runs in the second. Edinburg scored a run in the bottom of the 3rd. There's a swing and a miss. Hasso retired on the play. K2-3 on the putout. And the inning comes to an end. In the inning for the Lady Hounds. They score 3 runs. They do so on 3 hits. A walk in the inning, and they strand 1 runner. We head to the bottom of the 4th. San Benito leads this one 5-2. Back after this on Rio Sports Live.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Don't pass up the savings at Mikasa Furniture. Score big at Mikasa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
Back back here as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning in this bi-district playoff game between Edinburg High and San Benito. Lady Hounds of San Benito with a 5-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Juliana Tamez will lead it off for Edinburg, followed by Janessa Abrego and Alea Reyes. If you're watching this game and you have an event or something you want to promote on Rio Sports Live, it's as easy as sending me some type of graphic. Right now promoting the Hog Waddle in San Benito, coming your way May 18th. And the $5 charge there, Country Cook-Off. At the plate, Tamez leading it off here for the Lady Bobcats. They'll have to go to work. They've got 6 hits in the game. First pitch to Tamez. Swinging a foul ball out of play. 0-1. Tamez a strikeout victim her first time up. Carrizales back out there pitching. Has struck out 6 in the game. Make it 7. 7 strikeouts for Carrizales. She works here in the fourth. Next one to Tamez on the way. Ball high. Count evens at 1-1. Lady Bobcats put the leadoff hitter aboard in the third inning. That produced a run. First 3 reached in that inning before the next 3 were retired. Carrizales now with 3 in a row set down. Working on Tamez is ready and brings the 1-1 home. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 strikes on Tamez. Carrizales working away. Carrizales has been pumping in strikes here to these hitters. And is ready with the 1-2 pitch to Tamez. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Another strikeout recorded by Carrizales. 1 down here in the fourth inning for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. 8 strikeouts now in the game recorded by Eliana Carrizales. And that's 3 in a row she's struck out. Earlier in this game, she struck out 4 in succession, wrapping up the first inning and striking out the side in the second. Gets the first out here in the fourth, and now she'll face Janessa Abrego. Abrego struck out her first time up. 0 for 1 on the day as she stands in. First pitch coming from Carrizales. Took a strike. Wanted to pull the trigger on that, but didn't. Took it in the strike zone for strike 1. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., we'll be in Kingsville for the first pitch of that Rio Hondo Orange Grove Game 3 of the best-of-3 series. And then later in the day, down to Brownsville for Brownsville veterans taking on Sherryland. Check swing and a ball just out of the strike zone. Count evens at 1-1. You can always tell a meaningful game when the crowd is sitting on every pitch and groaning at the umpire from either side. 1-1 to count, next pitch coming. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No mystery in that on those swinging strikes. Carrizales now ahead on Abrego. 1-2. And spins the next one home. See you later. Another strikeout recorded by Carrizales. She's now struck out 9 and struck out 4 in a row for a second time in the ball game. Brings in Alea Reyes. Reyes in the ball game, 0 for 1. She was a strikeout victim. Back in the second. Carrizales trying to duplicate what she did in that second inning when she struck out the side when facing the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Carrizales taking on Reyes. Reyes waits. First pitch here. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Cecilia Lopez with a bat in her hand stands on deck for Edinburg. Reyes will have to get on board to keep this fourth going. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Count goes to 0-2 on Reyes. Crowd was here early. We got here early to set up. And they were waiting in line to get into this one. Here in numbers for both teams. We're ready with the 0-2. Ball high. 1-2 to Reyes. San Benito in their fifth will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters up. They lead by 3 here in the bottom of the fourth. Reyes waits. Carrizales brings the 1-2 home. Foul ball, that's out of play. Count stays at 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, nobody on, 2 outs here in the fourth inning for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats on their home field. Reyes is ready, so is Carrizales, and here it comes. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Carrizales races off the pitching circle, striking out the side for a second time in the game. And 10 strikeouts and counting through 4 in the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We are heading to the 5th inning now. I think I had it as the 5th earlier. We're now in the 5th. 5-2 San Benito. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Get some fish and help out athletes at the same time. Mark the calendar now and plan on attending October 20th as the 3-up, 3-down San Perlita Booster Club Fishing Tournament looks to be the biggest and best yet. Located at Laguna Madre Baits in Port Mansfield, Texas, this tournament is set to provide 100% of the proceeds directly to the athletic programs. Artificial lures only with a blackjack format, no fish over 21 inches, $150 per team or boat, maximum 4 people, and the grand champion is a team closest to 63 inches with 1 red trout and 1 flounder. Food raffles, baked goods, a silent auction, and terrific prizes from some great sponsors. Registration is October 19th. The tournament is October 20th. See you there at the 3-up, 3-down fishing tournament in Port Mansfield, where catching fish is helping athletes in a big, big way.
Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile.
How to add the VTX1 app to your Roku device. All your favorite shows from VTX1 Channel 1 and exciting games broadcast on Rio Sports Live can be added onto your Roku device by following these.
I'm going to bring that back a little bit later on. We'll be able to show you how to find us on our Roku channel, where we have games 24 hours, 7 days a week. Every sporting event on Rio Sports, we put our best stuff there on the Roku channel. First pitch here in the 5th inning is a little pop foul ball over on the right field side. We're underway here in the 5th. For the Lady Hounds of San Benito, Caitlin Garza leading it off, followed by Sarah Garcia. Caitlin in the game is 0 for 2. She steps in here. Next one coming. Takes a low, ball 1. Remind you again, we've got the ability to cover more softball games. I've got more announcers. I had 3 more contact me today. If we can get the revenue generated, we can cover a lot of these playoffs in a hurry. Now, next year, I'm already putting in place, got 2 different proposals in good hands right now that I just flat out talked to a couple of advertisers about. Be my playoff sponsor next year. That way, anytime anybody we want to cover is in the playoffs, we're going to give you an exclusivity. Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard hit ball. That's a base hit into right field. Leadoff single off the bat of Caitlin Garza for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. For Garza, her first hit of the game. I'll explain that again as you see these sponsors here on the playoffs. Regular season sponsors, I give a little bit of luxury. I put their ads in. Once these start filling up with our corporate sponsors, that's going to change. Here's a foul ball bunted. In some cases, a sponsor signs on for the year, and that includes us putting their ads in the playoffs. It doesn't mean they fund the playoffs. That's the big difference. They are helping fund what we do. As I bring more and more announcers and camera operators and computer operators into the mix. That's a pitch high for a ball. So now what I'm doing is just simply approaching a few businesses and just talking about be a playoff sponsor. We do a lot of games. This week alone, at Rio Hondo, at Harlingen South, Edinburg North, here at Edinburg, San Benito, Lyford. Here's a long fly ball, deep left field, and touch 'em all. Sarah Garcia blast one over the left field fence. 2-run shot. Garcia just reached back for a little extra. And that one was out of here in a hurry. 7-2 game. I said earlier I didn't think that was the last home run hit when Maya Zavala connected. And for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats, they will make a pitching change. I'll tell you who the new pitcher is after this. 7-2 the score.
Step 1. Scroll down to search and push OK on the remote control. Step 2. Type in VTX1 by using the arrow keys to move the cursor around the keyboard and pushing OK to enter the letters. When you're done, choose the VTX1 option on the right-hand side of the screen. Then push OK. Step 3. Choose the Add Channel option on the right-hand side of the screen and wait for the application to load. Congratulations! You have now successfully added the VTX1 app to your channel lineup. It can be found on the main screen under Home at the bottom of the list. For more information, visit the VTX1 website at vtx1.net/OTT.
Back here on Rio Sports, new pitcher in the ball game for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. They'll bring in Julia Tamez to take over pitching for Cecilia Lopez. Lopez was reached for 7 runs in the game. She allowed 6 hits, struck out 2, and walked 5. So her pitching line is wrapped up as we're in the 5th inning here. San Benito on top now, 7-2, and the Lady Hounds over there in the dugout having some fun, hoping they can move on into the second round of the playoffs, which will take place next week. And home run by Sarah Garcia. Second time she scored a run. Drives in 2, so 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, a hit, and a sacrifice fly. Steph Lopez steps up to the plate. Lopez has been on base twice and has a hit in the game and takes a strike called. First pitch she sees from the new pitcher, Julia Thomas. Lopez, then Carrizales and Garcia. Next pitch coming. Check swing, held up on ball 1. 1-1 the count to Lopez. Lopez gets back in. Next one coming. Swing and a shot into right field. That's a base hit. Lopez went opposite field, her second hit of the ball game. And the San Benito fifth continues after the Lopez single. First 3 have reached here in the 5th inning for the Lady Hounds, and here's Eliana Carrizales. Carrizales on the day has been on twice. She's got a hit and has scored a run. First pitch to her. Swing and a little ground ball to first, off the first baseman, picks it up, steps on for the out. Down to second base will go the runner. 1 down here in the inning for the Lady Hounds of San Benito. And it brings in April Garcia. Garcia on the day has walked and scored a run, driven in a run. Looking for her first hit of the game and takes a pitch up high for ball 1. First time she'll face Julia Thomas pitching. In relief here for Edinburg in this 5th inning. Next one coming. That's a bunt and a foul ball on the third base side. 1-1 count on April Garcia. That sun went down. It got a little cool out here. Decided to go with shorts tonight. Garcia back in. Next one coming to her. Swinging a ground ball to the pitcher. Throw to first. Got her by a step for the out. Nice play by Thomas, covering the pitching area. 1-3 on the put out. Runner stays at second base. 2 down now, and that brings in Cody Cisneros for San Benito. Thomas in relief. Like to shut the door here. Her team down by 5 in this 5th. First pitch here. A little high, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Cody Cisneros. She's been on base twice with a single and an RBI and a run scored. Batting here in the 5th. Digs back in. Next pitch coming. Swing and a ground ball past third base. Down the left field line. Lopez checks up at third. Down to second base uncontested. Hard hit for Cisneros. Second and third, San Benito, as Cisneros is on base. That's a double all the way. And here comes Jordan Ramos for the Lady Hounds. Timeout is called as they're just going to straight out walk Ramos and load the bases for Huerta. Ramos on, and here comes Jalen Huerta. Huerta in the ball game has been on 3 times. She's driven in 2 runs, has 2 hits. With the bases loaded and 2 outs here in the 5th inning. She'll face Julia Tamez for a first time in the day. Waits, first pitch, swinging, fouls it back to the screen, strike 1. Huerta, the 8th hitter to hit here in the inning for San Benito. From the right side, bases loaded. An 0-1 count, here it is. Swing and a shot, that's a base hit into left field. 1 run scores, 2 runs scores. Throw to third, not in time. 2 RBI, 9-2 game. They issued a walk to go to Huerta, and she drives in 2. 4 RBIs now in the game for Huerta. Runners at first and second, and it brings up Alina Hasso for San Benito. And A.J. Hasso is due. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Hasso, strikeout victim in the 1st and the 4th. Laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. That was all against Cecilia Lopez, the starting pitcher. First time she's facing Julia Tamez. And here's the next pitch. Strike 2 called. Tamez ahead in the count. 4 runs across in the inning for the Lady Hounds. Next pitch to Hasso. Strike 3 called. Hasso caught looking and strikes out to end the inning. 9 hitters to the plate for the San Benito Lady Hounds. They score 4 runs. They do so on 5 hits. Strand 2. We head to the bottom of the 5th. San Benito now on top by the score of 9-2. Edinburg will have the top of the order at the plate when we return. This is Real Sports Live.
At Port Isabel Health Clinic, they care for you like family. Services include pediatrics, geriatric care, and family practice, school sports physicals, daycare physicals, orthopedic care, wellness exams for men and women. Dr. William Torkelson and his staff are here to serve you. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. Your health is their priority at the Port Isabel Health Clinic. When in Port Mansfield, be sure to stop in Laguna Madre Baits, the home of Laguna Girl 1 and 2. They ensure that you have the best when it comes to your fishing needs. Locally caught bait, including live shrimp and croaker. Frozen baits caught locally, frozen shrimp, squid, mullet, and more. Dress the part with full outdoor apparel. Drinks, ice, snacks, groceries, and fishing supplies for any need. Access by road or by boat. Look for the blue building and the blue shrimp boats. Laguna Madre Baits. 828 Westport Drive, Port Mansfield, Texas.
Back here on Rio Sports as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning, and Eliana Carrizales now has a 7-run lead to work with. As we head to the bottom of the 5th, it'll be Cecilia Lopez leading it off, followed by Valerie De Leon and Maya Zavala. This is 1, 2, 3 in the lineup for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. It was a 1-0 game after 1. Edinburg on top, 2-1 San Benito after 2, all tied up after 3 at 2 apiece. Since then, San Benito with 3 runs in the 4th and 4 more in the 5th has opened up this 7-run lead. Cecilia Lopez steps in. She's got a hit today, 1 for 2. against Carrizales. That was a double in the third. Flied out to center field in the first. And bats here leading off the fifth inning. Carrizales back out there, ready to go. And here we go in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch coming. Swing and a pop foul. That's just out of reach on the first base side. Good hustle over there by Cody Cisneros at first base for the Lady Hounds. One strike on Lopez. Tomorrow morning, back at work we go. In Kingsville, King High School. Game 3 of the best of 3 between Rio Hondo and Orange Grove. Next pitch coming here to Lopez. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen. Count goes to 0-2. 10 strikeouts registered in this ball game by Eliana Carrizales for San Benito. Carrizales ready. Here comes the next pitch to Lopez. Ball outside. Always fun when you hear the crowd groaning on each close pitch. Doesn't matter what team. If it's a close pitch, you're going to get some groaning. Lopez at the plate has to protect. Carrizales spins it home. Swing, another foul ball. Now they've ran out of softballs. There's all these foul balls and home runs sailing out of this playing area. Now they'll get one in. And they're coming in from all directions. One from left field. Now they're trying to bring in one from the right field side. Meanwhile, one back out to the pitching area for Carrizales, and Lopez steps back in. She called time. Now she's ready. Count 1-2. Leading off here in the fifth inning with nobody out. Or on. And the 1-2 headed home. Ball low. 2-2, another groan out of the crowd. Jacob Howell on the camera tonight. My wife Dahlia helped us set up and also went and got us something to eat. That was important. Next pitch coming to Lopez. Swing and a ground ball. Shortstop can't make a play. And Lopez aboard to start the inning for the Lady Bobcats. Base runner here for Edinburg. There's my wife. Probably getting steps in. Valerie De Leon steps up to the plate for Edinburg with a runner at first base. Swing, hits it hard to the short, backhanded, picked up, throw across, in time for the out. Strong throw that time by April Garcia. De Leon retired by a half a step. First out and a runner down to second base. They'll talk it over out there. Now they're going to check with the home plate umpire on that call down at first base. While that's going on, I want to remind you again, one of our newest advertisers, San Benito, and the Hog Waddle on May 18th coming your way in San Benito, Texas. Hog Waddle Country Concert Cook-Off, $5 general admission, 4 o'clock the gates will open. We gave away couple of tickets here today. As I asked a fan that was watching at home to call a fan here in the stands, and the first one that came over to me, I gave a couple of tickets to. I've also thrown it out there that our store, Forever Memories, on 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, we've got some tickets available there to the first fan that comes in tomorrow during the business hours, which will be about 11 to 5. And says you watch the game here, first fan to come in, we'll give them 2 tickets to the Hog Waddle Country Cook-Off in San Benito. Zavala at the plate. First pitch coming to her. A little bit low for ball 1. Runner down at second base, 1 out here in the Edinburg 5th inning. Zavala's been on base twice with 2 RBIs, a home run, and a run scored. Facing Carrizales here. Next pitch coming. Strike called. Evens the count at 1-1 as Zavala stands in. Carrizales, meanwhile, working here in this 5th inning for the Lady Hounds. Next pitch coming to Zavala. Swing and a high pop fly, short left field. That's going to drop for a hit. Zavala on board for a 3rd time on the day. That one just got out there between shortstop and the left fielder. April Garcia gave chase. Tough play for her, and now conversation time for the San Benito infield, and they bring the outfield in to discuss this setup. They lead by 5. 2 on, and Christy Salas will be hitting. Salas on the day has singled and flied out to left field. So she's got a hit. 7 hits in the ball game for Edinburg. 11 hits for San Benito. And this has been the last hitter that had reached base for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats prior to this inning. That was back in the 3rd inning when Zavala had singled. Salas at the plate now with 2 aboard. First pitch coming. Swing and a high fly ball into right field. Right fielder under that makes the catch for the out. 2 down as Salas is retired. Good catch out there in right field by Robin Gonzales. Good camera work by Jake Howe. We set him on top of the dugout tonight. While we were in the shade, he was in the hot sun. Stepping up now, Valerie Gallardo. Gallardo has a hit today, 1 for 2 as she singled in the 1st inning. Strikeout victim in the 3rd, and bats here in the 5th with 2 aboard. 2 outs. First pitch from Carrizales. Swing and a foul ball back to the screen. 0-1 the count on Gallardo. See behind her, that crowd, just big numbers here for San Benito. From there all the way down the right field line into the corner. They're also up in the stands. Edinburg bunched a lot of fans along the fence line behind home plate. Over down the 3rd base line and then up into the stands as well. Gallardo waits. Here comes the 0-1. Up high for a ball. 1-1 the count. San Benito in their 6th will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters up. They lead by 7 as Carrizales tries to slam the door shut here on a 2-on, 2-out opportunity in this 5th inning. Gallardo at the plate. Next one coming. Ball low. 2 balls and a strike. Say this for the Edinburg hitters. They've made Carrizales work. She has 10 strikeouts, but she has been working to these hitters, including Gallardo, who's at the plate right now. Next one from Carrizales to Gallardo. Swing and a miss, struck her out. Second out of the inning. Check that, that's a 2-2 count. I was decoyed yet again by the scoreboard operator out there. I'm going to quit looking at that. I'm just going to go with my own. 2-2 the count. Next pitch to Gallardo. High pop up, foul ball out of play. Count remains 2-2. I'll know what I'll do. I'll let my wife take over the scoreboard. I'll just call it out and she can punch him in. 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Carrizales trying to end this 5th. Now taking her time. She was working a lot quicker than this earlier in this game. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Gallardo. Swing and a pop-up. First base side and room. Catch is made. Inning over. In the inning for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. No runs, a hit, an error. 2 left on. We've played 5 full innings. Heading to the 6th. San Benito leads in this one 9-2. This is Real Sports Live.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then, when in Harlingen, stop in at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6. On F Street in Harlingen, it's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli. Chewy's Custom Sports in San Benito is right there for you when it comes to supporting your teams, schools, and organizations. A veteran-owned business dedicated to helping out regardless of the team or season. Let Chewy's design your hats or shirts with state-of-the-art embroidery. Let Chewy's design and print your shirts for the next big game. How about custom engraved top-of-the-line mugs, buttons, banners? Call Chewy's Custom Sports today.
Back here on Rio Sports Live as we head to the 6th inning. And for San Benito, Caitlin Garza steps in leading it off. First pitch, swinging, ground ball to second. Throw over, 1 pitch, 1 out. Four 3 on the put out. Someone said we had a little blurry camera work going on. I know our camera, when we do like go chasing the ball and we're zooming in and out, we'll go blurry just for a bit, but for the most part. We'll address that. Here's the first pitch coming here, and that's ball low. To Sarah Garcia. Garcia hit a home run her last time up. Hits it hard this time. Into center field, that's a base hit. Third hit of the game for Garcia. In the sixth. It brings in Steph Lopez. Lopez has been on base 3 times. First pitch to her, hard hit ball in the center field. That's a base hit for Lopez. Her third hit of the game. She's on base for a 4th time. First 2 aboard for San Benito here in the 6th. After 1 is out. That brings in Eliana Carrizales. Carrizales has been on twice with a hit. First pitch to her, swinging, hard hit ball. Third baseman gets to it, steps on, throws across, and safe there. Carrizales down the line. 2 down as they replay Garcia on the base paths with Carrizales on the fielder's choice. Nice play down there at third base by Cody Cisneros for Edinburg. Brings up April Garcia for the Lady Hounds. Garcia steps in. First pitch, strike called. 1 strike to Garcia. Cody Cisneros on deck. She's been on base 3 times. Behind her, Jordan Ramos has been on 4 times. Garcia at the plate. Swings, grounds it back to the mound, throw to third, inning over. In the 6th for San Benito. No runs, 2 hits. 2 left on board. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. San Benito leads in this one, 9-2. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Xavier. This is Sarge, and we're the owners of King Cuts Barbershop, and this is the King Cuts crew.
Welcome to King Cuts.
We specialize in all kinds of men's cuts and hair designs. Keep yourself groomed. We'll take care of the rest. King Cuts, where fresh cuts are served daily.
A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen is a sweet stop for cakes, cookies, and pastries. The best in town for specialty cakes made to order. Sweetbread, cookies, pies, or how about cupcakes? At A Piece of Cake by Ibarras, try a Texas-style cinnamon roll, or how about some tamales? Wedding cakes, graduations, you dream it and they can make it. The best in town is A Piece of Cake by Ibarras in Harlingen.
Back here on Rio Sports as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. And back to the mound, the center circle we'll call it. Eliana Carrizales for the San Benito Lady Hounds. Carrizales has given up the 2 runs. She gave up a home run in the 1st inning and then a leadoff double to Cecilia Lopez in the 3rd, an RBI single by Maya Zavala. Has scattered 7 hits. Walked nobody, has struck out 10. As she starts work here in the 6th inning, she'll face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the lineup for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Brianna Salinas, Julia Tamez, Janessa Abrego. In the bottom part of the order, Carrizales has owned here in today's game, first 2 times through. Combined. Salinas, Tamez, Abrego, and Reyes. 6, 7, 8, and 9 in the lineup. 8 at bats, 8 strikeouts. Carrizales working on Salinas. First pitch headed home. Swing and a miss. Strike one. My wife makes it look easy keeping the scoreboard over there. That's all you got to do is punch a couple buttons. It's like flying an airplane. All you have to do is hit the eject button. One job. Here's the pitch. Strike two called. Salinas leading it off. Thomas on deck. Carrizales, like I said, was working really quick in the first couple of innings. Has slowed down quite a bit. Now in this sixth. Next pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Salinas down on strikes. That's 11 strikeouts in the game. For Eliana Carrizales. That brings in Julia Thomas. Thomas on the day, 0 for 2. If they can get on the bottom part of this order, the top of the order has done well against Carrizales today. Lopez has been on base twice, De Leon on once, Zavala 3 times. I just lost my internet there for a moment. What happened? Came back real quick. I don't know what caused that. Swing and a miss, strike one. To Thomas. Oh, that's right. One down here in the sixth. Next pitch to Thomas. On the way. Ball high. We're out here broadcasting these softball games. We're at the mercy of hot spots in 99% of the places we're broadcasting from. It's going to be one of our next things we hone in on. There are some devices out there that are better than just a traditional hotspot. That's a ball that misses. Another groan from the fans. That's always the case when you're in these close games. When you're an umpire, it doesn't matter. You make a call, somebody's going to groan if it's close. 2-1 the count on Thomas. Carrizales spins it home. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 2-2 the count. Janessa Abrego with a bat in her hand stands on deck. Thomas trying to get on board here in the sixth inning. Bi-district game here from Edinburg on a Friday night. The 2-2. Swing and a pop-up. Foul ball back, maybe a play. There, no chance. Dropped. Ramos gave chase. Kind of overran that ball. Count stays 2-2 on Thomas. Another life for her. Our thanks to the Edinburg School District for allowing us a spot to broadcast the game. More of a thanks to the crew letting us in to drive our vehicle all the way down here to unload our equipment. Now, if they'll let us back in after the game, that's the big question. I don't know if they will. There'll be fans walking all over the place. Carrizales is ready. Thomas digs in. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. Another strikeout for Carrizales, her 12th of the game. That'll bring in Janessa Abrego. Abrego, 0 for 2 on the day, while facing Carrizales. San Benito in the 7th will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters up. Talk about hitters that have produced. I'll get to that in that 7th inning, but they've been instrumental in the 9 runs scored here today. First pitch coming to Abrego. Strike one. 0-1 time is called by the Edinburg coach. As he talks it over, we'll take a quick break. Back here on Rio Sports after that quick timeout. Julia Tamez back to the plate. Not sure what Jake did with the camera up there, but we got it back. Bert Ruiz will be with me tomorrow. Make the early trip up to Kingsville. Rio Hondo taking on Orange Grove. Abrego at the plate. Next one coming to her. Strike 2 called. Carrizales struck out the side in the second. She did the same in the fourth. She's a strike away from duplicating that here in the sixth. As she works to Abrego. Here's the pitch. Ball high. Abrego. Carrizales takes her time. Here comes the pitch. Ball low. Another groan from the fans. I was looking down there. The baseball game was going on. That's already over. It's rare that the baseball game is over quicker than the softball. But here we are, bottom of the sixth inning. Next one from Carrizales. Headed home. Swinging a ground ball, foul ball. Count stays at 2-2. Carrizales takes her time. And brings the next one home. Ball low. 3-2. Ready now with the next one. Carrizales brings it home. Strike 3 call, caught her looking. Inning comes to an end. The third time in the game, Carrizales strikes out the side in the inning for Edinburg. No runs, no hits, no errors, no walks, nobody left. We head to the seventh inning. In this one, San Benito leads it 9-2.
Insane. You brought my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. I did love cause I thought it was funny. You came along and fooled me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. Kiss me, baby.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Into the 7th inning we go here at Edinburg. By-district playoff game between San Benito and Edinburg High. At the plate, Cody Cisneros takes ball 1. And we get things started here. Back pitching, Julia Tamez, who came in relief. Back in the 5th inning. Working here in the 7th. Next pitch coming. Up high for a ball. Evens the count at 1-1. We'll check that. Count goes to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Cisneros has been on base 3 times. Has scored a run, driven in a run. Actually scored 2 runs in this game. Next pitch to her. Swing and a ground ball, base hit into left field. Has Cisneros on board for a 4th time in the game. Leadoff single here in the 7th inning. One on, nobody out, and here's Jordan Ramos. Ramos on the day, walked in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, sacrifice fly in the 4th, and walked in the 5th, an intentional walk. She bats here in the 7th. First pitch, swinging, hard hit ball up the middle. That's a hit. Cisneros stops at second base. Ramos with her 2nd hit of the ball game. 2 aboard for San Benito to start this 7th. And that brings in Jalen Huerta. I talked about the middle part of this order. Cisneros has now been on base 4 times of the 5 times she's hit. Ramos on base all 5 times. Huerta, who steps in now, has been up 4 times, been on 4 times. They have just been all over the base paths. However, that's 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. They've only scored 2 of the 9 runs. The run production has come down at the 7, 8, and 9 spots tonight for San Benito. Sarah Garcia's spot has accounted for 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Steph Lopez, her spot, she's been on base 4 times in 4 at-bats, and 3 runs have scored. And Eliana Carrizales has been on 3 times and scored a run. So that's when you know you got it going, when the middle part of your lineup is providing base runners, and then the bottom part of your lineup is scoring runs. Production galore. Long conversation as they'll talk things over and call a timeout. While they do that, we'll take a quick break.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together.
Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
Don't pass up the savings at Mi Casa Furniture. Score big at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica Boulevard, Brownsville.
After that timeout to talk things over, the courtesy runner is allowed to be in the game, and that's Julissa Garcia. First pitch after that pause is up high for a ball to Jalen Huerta. Huerta, 3 hits on the day, 4 RBIs. He also reached on a walk. 4 at-bats, 4 times on the base paths. Ball 2 is low. Tom has allowed a couple of hits in the 6th inning. Got out of that with no runs scored. First two have reached here in the 7th for San Benito, and Huerta at the plate. Swings, fouls that one back and out of play. Two balls and a strike. I got it. Next one is low for a ball. 3-1 to Huerta. Huerta. A hitter's count. See if they turn her loose with a green light. Thomas is ready. Here it comes. Ball 4, a walk. Base is loaded for the Lady Hounds, as the first three have reached here in the 7th. And it brings in this is Julissa Garcia. First pitch to Garcia. All low. Garcia batting in the place of Alina Hasso. Hasso on the day was 0 for 3. There's a strike called. Count evens at 1-1. Garcia waits. Here's the next one. Swing and a foul ball. Takes count to 1-2. Caitlin Garza on deck. San Benito will have to wait and see what happens in that other series over before they know who their opponent is if this stays. Here's a ground ball to second, past second base into right field. 1 run scores, 2 runs scores. Hasso down to second. Lady Hounds extend the lead. Check that, that's Garcia. Batting for Hasso. It brings in Caitlin Garza. I'll fix that. There's a pop fly on the infield. That's going to be caught for the out. Sarah Garcia at the plate. First pitch to her. That's a strike called. Garcia on the day has a home run. Drove in 2 runs with that. Also scored 2 runs. And has 2 hits. Also a sacrifice on the day. Swings, hits that one to right field. That's a base hit. It's going to drive in 2. 2 more RBIs for Garcia. San Benito opens it up even more here in the 7th. Runner on at first base. Now a 13-2 ball game as Steph Lopez steps in. First pitch to Lopez. Swinging, hitting it hard into right center field. Gets in the gap. Lopez on for a fourth time, and Garcia's coming home to score. 14-2 San Benito. Steph Lopez, 4 hits on the day. That brings out the coach for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats, and they're happy over there on the San Benito dugout. We may be looking at a pitching change. We are. Back after this.
Men, start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Pitching change here in the ball game, and while that's going on, both coaches meeting with the home plate umpire and everybody comparing notes down there. Is one thing we do know, Cecilia Lopez will be back pitching. She started this ball game for Edinburg, so she's back to the center circle. Now they're gonna bring Tamez out of right field. So defensively, that takes care of all of that. Meanwhile, San Benito has pushed 5 more runs across here in the 7th inning. And a new hitter at the plate is Megan Cavazos. Ball 1 gets away, and the runner down to second base. 1-0 the count. Cavazos hitting for a first time on the day. Carrizales, while she was in there, had a hit, a walk, 2 runs scored, also a fielder's choice, which she reached base. Cavazos hitting here. Takes a strike. Cavazos, the 8th hitter to hit in the 7th inning for San Benito. And she steps in. Lady Hounds up comfortably now, 14-2. Next pitch coming. Took it high for a ball. 2-1 the count. Lopez started the ball game. Worked into the 5th inning. Gave up 7 of these runs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball. Deep left field. Back at the wall and gone. Cavazos, a pinch hit home run, a 2-run shot. San Benito, 16-2. What did I say earlier? When Maya Zavala hit a home run, I said, it's not going to be the last one. You just get that feeling. Second home run hit by the Lady Hounds here in this ball game. Cavazos sends it soaring out of here. Jake Howell pretty happy about that. Home run by Cavazos. Brings in April Garcia. I checked that, a new hitter. This is Janessa Silva. Silva swings and fouls it, strike one. Silva batting for April Garcia. Garcia on the day had reached base on a walk, had an RBI as well. Silva batting here in the 7th, the 9th hitter to hit for San Benito. Still only one out. She stands in. Next one coming. Ball low. 1-1 the count. Silva batting for Garcia. Base is empty here in the 7th. Swings, fouls that one back to the screen. Count goes to 1-2. My wife happy she got the scoreboard right. The little things during a broadcast. 1-2 on Silva. Next one coming. Swing and a miss. Ball dropped, throw to first. Out retired. K2-3 on the put out. 2 down in the inning. And now a new hitter, Alexis Vasquez. Will hit for San Benito. Vasquez steps in for Cody Cisneros. Cisneros, while she was in there, had 3 hits, 3 runs scored, an RBI. And now Vasquez steps in for a first time in the day. First one to her. Swinging, pops it up, and just out of reach on third base side. Giving chase over there was Cody Cisneros. Just couldn't quite get there. 1 pitch, 1 strike to Vasquez. Cecilia Lopez trying to finish this 7th inning. Next one coming. Swinging a ground ball in the hole. Shortstop gets it, throws, and wide. Runner to first base stays there. That's Vasquez. She's on. Now we'll see if they bring Ramos up to the plate. Right now it looks like Jordan Ramos, well, she had a bat in her hand. Now she's going back to the dugout, so we'll have a new hitter coming in for San Benito as Benito Gonzales will hit. Gonzales will step in. Batting for Ramos. Ramos in the ball game was up 5 times, reached base 4 times, scored a run, drove in a run. And now Gonzales hitting for her. First pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. It got cool again tonight. I woke up this morning, walked outside, it was 63. Didn't understand that, but my wife had the air blowing on high. Don't understand that either. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 2 strikes on Gonzales. 2 outs here in the 7th inning for the San Benito Lady Hounds. Next pitch coming. Swinging a ground ball back to the mound. Picked up there, over and out. Inning comes to an end. 1-3 on the putout for San Benito. They score 7 times on 6 hits. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning in this one, San Benito up 16-2. This is Rio Sports Live.
At Port Isabel Health Clinic, they care for you like family. Services include pediatrics, geriatric care, and family practice, school sports physicals, daycare physicals, orthopedic care, wellness exams for men and women. Dr. William Torkelson and his staff are here to serve you. Office hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. through 5 p.m. Your health is their priority at the Port Isabel Health Clinic.
And you rattle my brain. Too much love drives a man insane. You roll my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. I laughed in love cause I thought it was funny. You came along and moved me, honey. I changed my mind, this love is fine. Goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. Kiss me, baby.
Back here in Edinburg as our bi-district playoff coverage continues here. This round one game between San Benito and Edinburg High. I'm Joe Bowling, Rio Sports Live, bringing you coverage here. Tomorrow morning, back at it. Means it's going to be a late night, early morning for us. My wife, Dahlia, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get her to the store. I think she's got that worked up. Good, okay. That means Bert Ruiz and I will be getting up early and hitting the roadways. I'm going to meet him earlier than what we were talking about because he likes to get there early, and so do I. And with Dahlia not going with us, all will be well. 16-2 game as we head to the bottom of the seventh inning. Back out to try to finish the job, Eliana Carrizales for San Benito. First hitter she'll face here, Aaliyah Reyes, the number 9 hitter in the lineup. And then it's the top of the order for Edinburg High in this seventh. Reyes in the game is 0 for 2. A couple of strikeouts against Carrizales, who has struck out 13 in the game. First pitch here, ball 1. Thanks again to both of the schools for allowing us to broadcast the game, and as being the host here, Edinburg High, for allowing us a spot to broadcast the game. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1 the count on the Reyes. Cecilia Lopez on deck, and then Valerie De Leon hitting here for Edinburg in the 7th inning. Carrizales brings it home to Reyes. Ball high, 2-1. It was a long inning, the top of the 7th, for Carrizales to sit and wait. As San Benito sent 11 hitters to the plate. Reyes trying to get something going here in the 7th. Pitch coming, swinging a little fly ball. That's a base hit into right field off of the bat of Aaliyah Reyes. They threw to first base and nearly got her, but Reyes with a leadoff single. So a base runner to lead off this inning, and it will bring up Cecilia Lopez. Lopez on the day has a hit and a run scored. She also reached on an error. Bats here with a runner at first base and nobody out. Carrizales is ready, brings it home to Lopez. Misses just outside for ball 1. 1-0. Haven't got a groan from my wife. She thought it was a strike. 1 ball, no strikes. De Leon on deck, Lopez at the plate. Next pitch coming. Swinging a fly ball into right field. That's trouble, and a hit. Gets off the right fielder's glove. Down to second base goes Reyes. Into to Lopez. Reyes down to third. 2 hits to start the inning. Second and third, nobody out for Edinburg High to start this 7th inning. Valerie De Leon steps up. De Leon has a hit today. 1 for 3 on the evening. Batting here with 2 aboard against Carrizales. First pitch coming. Ball high. One and 0. Next one coming to De Leon. Took a strike. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike. De Leon waits, swings, hits it high into deep center field. Back at the wall, over the head. That's going to score 2 runs. De Leon with a double, 2 RBIs. Makes it 16-4. First 3 of Reese here in the 7th inning for Edinburg. Big conference as San Benito will talk it over. Started with a single by Reyes. Lopez with a single. De Leon drives him home with a double. Take a quick break. Conversation over in the pitching circle for San Benito. Damage done already by Edinburg here in the 7th inning. De Leon with that 2-run double. And now Maya Zavala steps in. She's been the most productive hitter in the game for Edinburg thus far with 3 hits, including a home run and 2 RBIs. Runner at second base here with nobody out in the 7th. She stands in here. First pitch coming from Carrizales. Strike call. Oh, and 1 to Zavala. Carrizales is ready. Brings it home. Ball 1. 1-1. This game's nearing a 3-hour mark in length. Lots of base runners. Lots of runs. San Benito with 16 runs tonight. 4 runs across for Edinburg. Next pitch coming to Zavala. Swing and a long fly ball. Deep center field and gone. Second home run for Zavala on the night. 2 RBI shot here, 4 RBIs in the game. Zavala tags Carrizales for a second time in the game. 4 runs across here for Edinburg in the 7th. 4 for 4 on the night, Zavala. She empties the bases with that blast over the center field wall. Still nobody out in the 7th inning. And it brings in Cody Cisneros. Cisneros on the day also has a hit. Bats here in the 7th, nobody on or out. Took a strike. 0-1 from Carrizales. Again, Carrizales had a 14-run lead to work with coming into this inning. Pumping strikes in here. Misses with that for a ball, evens at 1-1. Valerie Gallardo on deck. Brianna Salinas will also hit this inning. At the very least. Already 4 have been on base. 4 have scored runs to start this inning. There's a foul ball out of play. 2 strikes. Now they had run out of softballs. They get one back in quickly. Carrizales, again, will try to go to work shutting this game down. Team leads by 10 here in the 7th. Salas at the plate. The 1-2, swinging a little foul ball, keeps her alive. Count remains 1-2. Scoreboard says 2-2. I don't believe it. Salas singled in the 1st inning, flied out to left field in the 3rd, and flied out to right field in the 5th. Next pitch here. Ball low. I've got 2-2. They've got 3-2. See what happens on the next pitch. Umpire just gave us a sign. I didn't see what it was. I missed it. Here's the next pitch coming. To Salas. Swinging a ground ball to 3rd. Knocked down. 3rd baseman can't make a play. And Salas is aboard. 5 in a row have reached base now for Edinburg to start this 7th inning. Brings in Valerie Gallardo. Gallardo singled her first time up. Strikeout victim back in the 3rd, and then popped out to first base in the 5th inning, a foul ball. Bats here in the 7th, first pitch coming. Ball low. 1-0. Carrizales working here, still looking for the first out of the inning. Gallardo already the 6th hitter to hit in the inning. Check swing, fouls that, evens the count. Gallardo the 6th hitter to hit in the inning. On deck is Brianna Salinas. A hit, a double, a home run, now an error. Gallardo at the plate. Carrizales asked for a new softball. They cater to that. Meanwhile, staying in the batter's area is Valerie Gallardo. She's in. Carrizales is ready and brings the 1-1 home. Swing and a shot, deep center field. Back of the wall, off the wall. Salas goes to 3rd. Safe there. Down to second base, Gallardo. This inning continues. 2nd and 3rd, and we may see a pitching change for San Benito. I've seen strange comebacks. 14-run lead is down to 10, and 2 are in scoring position. Still nobody out in the 7th inning. San Benito may be making a pitching change here. They bring the entire outfield in and the infield in to this pitcher circle. And they will have a new pitcher. We'll tell you who that is after this.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture.
7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
Everyone's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83. Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for zero money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999. Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2, in business since 2002, Harlingen, Texas.
Megan Cavazos enters the ball game, and she'll take over the pitching duties here in the bottom of the 7th inning as the Edinburg Lady Bobcats putting together a rally after trailing by 14 runs heading into this 7th inning. They've scored 4. They've got 2 on, nobody out. At the plate, Salinas hits it deep to right field. Back, and it's going to be caught at the wall. Run tags. They'll throw to third, safe there. Just shy of a home run, Salinas drives in a run. Salinas just missed getting that one out of the park. Nice catch out there in right field for the Lady Hounds. Brings in Julia Tamez with a runner at third. Pitch coming from Cavazos. Swinging a miss, strike one. 8th hitter to hit for Edinburg here in the 7th inning. Eliana Carrizales chased here in the 7th inning. Cavazos brings it home. Swinging a high fly ball into right field. That's going to stay in the park at the wall. That'll drive in a run. It's a 16-8 game. Tamez made a bid for a home run. 2 down. It brings in the 9th hitter to hit here in the inning. Janessa Abrego will try to keep it going. 6 runs scored for Edinburg High here in the 7th. Abrego stands in. Facing Cavazos for a first time, showed a bunt and took ball 1. On deck stands Aaliyah Reyes, and she got it all started with a single. As the first 6 reached base and scored runs for Edinburg here in the 7th inning. 2 down now, and Abrego waits. 1-0 pitch headed home. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1 on Abrego. Abrego. One ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 2 outs. Next one to Abrego. Swinging a line drive into center field. That's a hit. Inning continues for Edinburg. Abrego with a single. And here's Aaliyah Reyes. Now, how important were those 7 runs scored by San Benito in the top of this inning? Had that not occurred, you're looking at tying run on base right now for Edinburg. And as Reyes steps in, if she can get on, you got the top of the order right behind her. First pitch to Reyes. Took it high for a ball. 1-0. 6 hits in the inning for Edinburg. Reyes got a hit to start the inning. She scored a run. Stands in now, facing Cavazos for a first time in the game. Next one to her. Ball 2. 2-0. No quit here in this Edinburg ball club. Entered the 7th inning trailing by 14. Next pitch coming to Reyes. Swinging a ground ball to third. Drop, picked up, and safe at first. Inning continues. Reyes aboard for a second time. And now they get to the top of the order for the Edinburg Lady Bobcats. Cecilia Lopez will step into the plate. Lopez has a single in this inning. First pitch to her. High for ball 1. 1-0. Lots of tallies here in the 7th inning for both teams. Swinging a line shot. The short is caught for the out, and the game comes to an end. Lopez made a bid, lined out to end the inning and the ball game. San Benito wins this one. By the score of 16-8. Jacob Howell's already vacated the camera. Now he's got it. They're going to meet out there and they'll shake hands. In the inning for Edinburg, they score 6 runs. They do so on 6 hits. Wraps up our broadcast. San Benito advances in this bi-district game, winning this one by a score of 16-8. Hitting stars for Edinburg. Let me talk about Maya Zavala. 4 for 4 in the day with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. For San Benito, they had hitting stars up and down. Down the lineup, Steph Lopez was 4 for 4. She also walked, scored 3 runs, and drove in a run. Home runs by Megan Cavazos, a pinch hit 2-run homer, and also a home run in the ball game, a 2-run shot by Sarah Garcia, as Garcia had 3 hits, 4 RBIs, and 3 runs scored. That'll do it for our broadcast. Our thanks again to both schools for allowing us to broadcast the game. Reminding you the highlights will be up a little bit later on. Most likely the replay won't be available until after the season is over. For San Benito, for Edinburg, for everyone involved in Rio Sports Live, our thanks again to San Benito for joining us as the city of San Benito, now one of our newest advertisers. Till next time, good night.